Glad to have you with us from Fort Worth, Texas, today at Amon G. Carter Stadium, and we will see who comes out victorious in the Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up and get this bowl game underway. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. The Raging Cajuns offense is on the field for the first time today. Guys, it's been a long season. These two squads have had their fair share of battles, but today, David, they have a chance to end the season with a W.
Yeah, and it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again. And it should mean something. You had the bowl prep. You got to have some fun in a different city, Jesse. Now you get to go out and attack this game.
And it's another opportunity just to finish the season, right? To go out with the win. Both of these teams have taken this bowl game seriously. They've prepared. They feel like they're both ready to go. Winning this game is important to build momentum for next year, and also you want to send the seniors out with a W.
Outside the pocket, lets it go. Got him downfield. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
And how about that? A lot of coaches talk about being aggressive and we're going to take shots, but then they get conservative in the game. But first drive, coming out, showing this defense we are not afraid to throw the ball deep. Might keep that defense a little bit more conservative.
On the run, it's Clay. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. Let's take a second to talk about the Raging Cajuns. Big moment in recruiting last week. 4-star defensive back gives a verbal commitment. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Obviously, the adjustment of speed is a big deal, but that's why you go get a 4-star guy.
Breaks into the open. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
And you could tell they set up the screen action, but how about the ability to adjust, right? I see what the defense is giving me. You going to leave that open? Okay, I'm going to take it right now.
Use the play fake, now to throw. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy. I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Moving away from pressure. Pulls it in. It's Clay. There is nowhere to go. He is stopped, and it'll be 4th down from the 23. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. He slides that just inside the right upright. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
So the Auburn Tigers offense will take the field for the first time. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
Fires to the tight end. Guys, let's chat a little big picture Auburn. A big-name running back, always a great get in the recruiting world. 4-star running back they got last week. Seems as if he'll fit in nicely here.
Oh, he's going to be a great fit. I mean, when you get a great player like that, the whole fan base gets jacked up. You see it all over social media, and it starts to build some momentum in your recruiting class.
And the Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. That's caught, it's Howard. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. Now the play fake. Got it in the middle. It's Odom. Touchdown, Tigers! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. The hand to the running back. Got enough for the first. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. The analytics nerds will tell you that a 4-yard pickup on first down is a successful play. Let's see what they have on 1st and 10. To the ground, he's got it again. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. The Raging Cajuns with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Motion from the wide receiver. Off play action. Buys a little time. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
And the Raging Cajuns are flying down the field. Trying the left side. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a first down. The Raging Cajuns pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking downfield, it's Daniels. Caught in the backfield, it's Hooks. They've got it inside the 30, they'll mark it at the 28, it's first down.
Well, that was a weird one because I think running back screen was called, but the quarterback just saw an open receiver downfield and said to himself, hey, I got an open guy, I'm just going to take it.
Wants to go up top on first down. The quick out. He is pushed out of bounds at the 19-yard line.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
And the Raging Cajuns can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator because on the first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up. And now you're having to probably dial up the throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense, 1st and goal from the 7. The Raging Cajuns started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Off the play fake on first down. Looking to scramble. Looking to get it in. Into the house. Touchdown, Louisiana. They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
It took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They'll run play action. Unloads to the right. It's gone. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. That's going to do it for the quarter, guys. Louisiana has the lead here. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Well, first play of the period, first down here. they want to run it left here. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Let's talk for a second about Auburn. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big four-star D lineman David. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
I personally love aggressive defense. I love it. Bringing the strong safety down, blitzing that sucker in there to get the quarterback. Boom. Get that guy on the ground. Nice aggressive play call by the defense.
Turns it loose. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll field the punt and look for room. He's got great speed. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Louisiana has it back in the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't.
Oh, he's got some space. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And you don't see that often when you're running a screen and you're featuring the running back and setting it up, but you go elsewhere. And it's a nice job by the offense, nice job by the quarterback in particular, seeing the defense, saying, I can make a play somewhere else, and he goes and does it.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Gets rid of it. Finds his big tight end. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. And the Raging Cajuns have it with a 1st and goal. Pushes toward the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cajuns. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
He's brought down at the 30, but a productive return after deciding to bring it out. So here comes the Auburn offense. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. With jet sweep pass. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup. Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. 1st down from the 45. Looking to throw on 1st down. With the catch, it's Odom. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. 1st guy couldn't get him, 2nd guy finally did. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Sends it back in motion. Direct snap. It's Coleman. Breaks the tackle. They forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there. Auburn lines up quickly.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, it's Daniels. Got the quick pass. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback can go in the other direction.
Well, their defense did a great job deep in their own end, right? Getting the turnover on down. So now the offense is starting to pay that off. On the third play of this drive, third down.
Turning it on! And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
And I'll tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers, commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air on second down. Caught behind the line. It's Johnson. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Raging Cajuns have it with a 1st and 10. Run in the red zone, it's Clay. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Quick completion on the out. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
These third downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this third down.
So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. And the Raging Cajuns kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Quarterback looks for a little space. The Snake scores it.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
And he's going to try to return this one. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Waning seconds of the first half, let's see just how aggressive they'll be. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And makes the tackle at the 23 after he got 10. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Reese, hard not to enjoy the pageantry and the meaning of this great game. And, of course, it helps to have had ourselves an eventful first half in the Armed Forces Bowl.
And he's going to bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. And sort of an ugly first half, honestly, but the deficit's still manageable if they want to wrap up this season with a bowl win.
This is a team I know that takes a lot of pride, and I'm sure at halftime in the locker room, David, there was some shouting going on. They need to get themselves motivated and ready to go, because they're not out of this game.
Yeah, and when you get that shouting and you get the quarreling amongst each other, you get some motivation. You need something good to happen early. This first possession, get the football, go make something happen, create some momentum.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Rush is on him. Makes the grab. It's Lee. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute it.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Raging Cajuns with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Give to the running back. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the wideout. The play-action fake. Moves around to clear up the vision. Trying to make magic with his feet. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44. And the Raging Cajuns are rolling down the field. To the air, it's Daniels. Pocket breaking down. Quickly complete. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Well, there's an example of the quarterback just creating on the fly, because I think that was supposed to go to the running back on a screen, and he just saw an open guy downfield and said, I don't know, I'm just going to throw it down to this dude. He's wide open. I know it's not how we drew it up, but we'll take it.
Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
Most offensive coordinators want to be really aggressive on 2nd and short. And I love the quarterback here. He drops back the pass thinking being aggressive. Nothing available. Scramble. Give me an easy first down.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice play by the defense, but now is a time they've got to be more consistent. They allowed this running back to go off in that first half, and moving forward now, they've got to try and take this running back away.
Wants to go up top. Oh, they're after him. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
They stop him well short of the marker. It's 4th down from the 27. And here comes the field goal unit. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And now the lead is even bigger. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Out of bounds at the 18, and that is just what they needed to get it away from their own end zone. Using his legs, it's Watson. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Off the play fake. Shoots it to the left. Finds his man. It's Howard. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this third period with a big play. That's the end of the period. It's Louisiana in the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Offense working from the pistol. Running back searching for a hole. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football.
There he goes. Touchdown, Auburn. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
He'll bring it out. It's Dennis. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. Wide receiver going in motion. Trying play action. Dances away to buy time. On the move, he fires. Complete to the right. They finally get to him. And what a play there to pick up the first down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They call the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football, so he's going back. He's looking at his playlist. He's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
The Raging Cajuns look to keep this drive humming. Back to throw, it's Daniels. Got it behind the line, it's Johnson. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Raging Cajuns will have it 1st and 10. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Well, we are winding it down, guys. Only a few more plays left in this season. Also wrapping up a really outstanding... Breaks into the open. Got enough space. Touchdown, Raging Cajun. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Anytime you've got a successful run play on the ground, you've got to have great blocking up front. The offensive line, receivers, everybody doing their job. And that helped lead to the home run.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Catch in the middle. It's Odom. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Cobb. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Wants to throw on first down. And he's got his man on the sideline. He'll come up a little short of the first down. The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. To the air on first down. It's complete on the right side. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Wants to throw again. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook, the old kneel down from victory formation. All business today for this ball.